first off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules, I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life, well I got some. That's one, kill the competition. Two, be a loyal dog. Three, and if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four, when you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five, if you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. SINA.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It is Sunday night. This is the Sunday night live stream. We come to you live on the Facebooks, on YouTube here on the Big Llama Show, and on Twitch at Blkout_AD on Twitch's Blkout channel. Oh my God. Anyway, let me get him on here. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Sorry, dude. I tried for 2 weeks.
You did all right, you know, I guess. I guess you can say you did all right.
I happened to look down at you
and I was shaking my head.
And you shook your head, and that just completely crumbled my brain. So
actually, I'm gonna do a live hat change.
Oh no. Oh no. We get to see the hair. We get to see
the hair flow.
Oh,
super long, bro.
So yeah, I did do some prep work. I have some slides, but you know, we'll see if we even need them. We'll see what happens.
It's like every other week you come with like it's like you need topics.
No. Oh no. I have some. Like we said, I have stuff written down just in case if the chat doesn't offer some lively conversation or we don't come up with something. I got some stuff to talk about. But again, it's been another week, another exciting week. Another reaction is out, so I want to talk about that one. Let's see. Oh, but before we do, we're close. We're close to we're 8 away from 5K. So we're going to talk about what we're going to do for that, or if there's anything we're going to do. But we're on the cusp, so I'm really excited about that. But as we always do around this time, we talk about the last reaction. And this week's reaction was for The Conjuring, and so I got to thank you, AD, for talking me into doing it, because I had talked myself out of doing it, and it was a great movie. It was a great movie overall. And I think a really good reaction, for sure.
You seem actually scared a little bit.
I was actually. I honestly like it was there was a whole section I cut out because I actually did take my blood pressure during the thing, but my blood pressure was really bad, and I was like, I don't know if I want to post how bad it was. But it's one of those things where, like, when you say it's based. Oh, go ahead.
No, you should have posted it in it and then put in the title. This movie made my blood pressure rise, and then put it on the thumbnail, dude.
I might keep it as I know. It's, you know what it is? It's like I want to go to that place, and then I always take a step back. No, what happened when someone says it's based on a true story, or I read something about it's based on a true story, it gets in my head quick. Like immediately it's stuck in there, and I'm like, oh shit. If this is based on something true, and then it's demonic possession, it's exorcism, it's all these things that not that I don't believe in them, but I'm like, I don't want to believe in them. You know what I mean? Like I want them to be true. And so when I'm watching that kind of stuff, it does rattle me a little bit. It does. So I was truly a little bit freaked out. But the jump scares were actually really good. And one thing I tried to do on this one, because it's with scary movies, I want to do truly get scared, is I turn up the volume as high as I can on my headphones so that I can hear all the things, and you can hear the little kids crying and laughing and that stupid ass, clap shit. I mean, I just it got me. It got me good. I thought that was a great movie. I thought it was a really good movie. It was fun. Not fun, but it was just like, it was a good story. But I didn't realize it was the origins of Annabelle. and like the opening of this whole universe of movies.
Yeah.
So
The Conjuring universe.
yeah, I didn't realize like there were so many levels to this, so that So yeah, it was good, man. It was really really good. So I hope you guys saw it. I hope you guys watch it. Our last reaction did really really well. 300 plus views. We got lots of hours of traffic on that one. So if you haven't seen Scream 6, go watch that one as well. Really really excited about that one. I like again, we really enjoyed that reaction.
Yeah.
So now we're in the month of November, and now it's kind of like a crapshoot. It's like, right, what's next, right? Like, I don't know yet. I have no theme for November. I don't really want to do. There's not a whole lot of Thanksgiving movies. Like that'd be one thing that most people do. But like, can you think of any Thanksgiving movie? I don't know that there's any that come to mind. I'm like, oh, I got to watch that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think there is. Or if I've seen them, I've already captured it. Like I think there's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is the one like for me true Thanksgiving movie. And I'm sure there's more, but like I don't know. I'm not really interested in that. I don't know. I love Thanksgiving, but there's nothing that like really grabs my attention. So now I'm like I don't know what I want to watch. And then I thought it was like it's no shave, November. You're supposed to not shave in November, so. I'm trying to like do a tracker of how my face does not grow facial hair. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I gotta pick movies for November, and that's gonna be a tough task, man. It's kind of
You got a whole list of movies.
No. I mean, like theme wise, sometimes I like to theme them, but sometimes it's hard. And I have a list. No, I have a whole giant enormous list of them, but that's what I'm saying. Like do I go just down the list and go highest ranked movie all the way down, right? Or do I theme it? That's why I'm just trying to get ideas.
No, there's no. I don't think you should theme it this month.
No,
then you're gonna try to theme it next month, and then it's like every month. You don't gotta do that. No,
actually, I do want to watch another scary movie later, but it's just because I want to watch it. Like there's another one in The Conjuring and another in The Terrifier. So I want to watch those again, or watch those, continuing some movies that I saw. So I don't care when I watch them. So gonna probably get to those. That'd be weird. Just release them in December, in the middle of the holiday rush. But yeah, no, I'm learning a lot about the algorithm and sort of how a lot of these movies get picked up. So, so now again, I'm probably just gonna go down the list, unless somebody in the chat has a really really good suggestion, because that's actually been really fun, watching some movies that the chat has suggested. So, if anyone has any, that'd be great. It'd be great to know. All right.
You
so
right, dude? You had a good week, man.
I did. I'm just you know what it is? I'm getting ready to go away this week. On Friday, I go on my cruise, and that's what we didn't talk about, right? Like,
yeah, we haven't. We're gonna talk about next week.
So I'm getting ready to go on my cruise. So like everything's the top of mind right now. So that's why I'm kind of like my brain is in a bit of a fog, because it's like I have to get ready for the cruise. I got to make sure I got the videos ready to drop for the channel next week, and prep for next week, because I'll be back Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So it's a short week for me. And so I'm just trying to make sure everything's sort of set up for next week, this week and next week. So, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. But we do have replacement hosts.
No, you're gonna let the sons do it.
We are. Can you hear me still? Or
yeah,
you're frozen.
You're frozen. I can hear you though, but you're frozen. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, that was weird. That was really weird. Yeah, no, the two llamas who are actually cultivating their own show and podcast right now. So they jumped on the chance to try to get on the show and host, because they want to brush up their skills. So next Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Big Llama Show continues without the Big Llama or Blkout AD. But come for the fun. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. And I'm going to be watching from the cruise ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could probably do it because I didn't know. So Kevin will be here, but I don't know if we're gonna hang out Sunday night. So, but fuck it, let him rock.
Yeah, no, let him. You know, you could jump in there, I guess, if you want to jump in there.
No,
but no, man. I guess take the night off. I guess we'll officially have the night off next week. You and I. The show goes on. But I do want to get Tangeray on here. I know we talked about that. So maybe the week after we can get him on.
He's been streaming too.
I saw that. I saw you guys were streaming Fortnite. I meant to ask you about that. You guys are playing Fortnite and
yeah, man, because fucking 2K, dude, really.
What's going on with 2K,
dude? They just switch shit all the fucking time. So it was like, bro, the amount of hours I'm playing this freaking game. And it's like every day is a new game, and I gotta relearn my timings. And like, bro, I'm like shooting like lights out one day, and the next day can't make a shot. It's like, bro, what's going on? I just need a consistent game I can play every day and grind. And honestly, since we got back on, me and Tangeray have been winning a lot of games. We've both been streaming, which I gotta give him credit. I keep saying it to like send shots at Gabe. But I keep telling Tang, I'm like, every time I turn my stream on, the past, because it's been like 3 days. I think 3 days after work, me and him have been streaming a couple hours at least. And then today we got like 3 hours streaming. But he's been turning the stream on. I don't have to ask him or tell him. I keep sending the shot. Like, damn, I don't even have to ask Tang to turn the stream on. He just does it, you know? It's crazy.
Jesus.
But, you know, Call of Duty comes out next week, which that's another thing. Like, damn, I can't in good faith stream at the same time as the Big Llama show. I can't.
Next week? Faith. Oh, that's right. No, you gotta take a break. You gotta take it, or you can be playing, but you can't be streaming from 10 to 11, bro.
Damn, dude. I can't in good faith do that. That would be good though. That would be really bad. That would be really bad. He's like, he took the day off and then turned the stream on anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I won't be mad at you for just hanging out and doing your thing. You do your thing, but yeah, don't stream on the same time, man. You know what? I'm gonna be watching. That's it. I'm gonna be fucking watching. That's it.
Now I want to do it, dude.
Buy internet package right now. I'm putting that on my list.
I want to do it now so you can see. You need me here. You need a bad guy like me.
Need competition, huh?
Nah, but yeah, so Call of Duty comes out next week. So we've been looking for a game to play, and Fortnite, they went back to the OG map. I never got to play originally, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool playing with them. And today we won like 5 games just today alone. So yeah, man, we just need something to grind, and 2K really dropping the ball, man. Listen, this is how stupid it is. Before, if you turn your shot meter off, you get a 20% boost on your shots. They nerfed it to now it's only a 3% boost. So it's like, I've been shooting this whole time with the boost, and now it doesn't even matter. I should just keep the fucking meter on, bro. Like, but like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And it seems like this is the first time I've been like following the 2K community or like the pros for a while, but this is the first year where like I'm playing the game and I'm keeping up with the community with like updates and see what their thoughts are. And it seems like a lot of people are not playing this game right now. Like, big accounts, like big 2K accounts are like, all my friends don't play 2K anymore. You know, it's like there might be GGs on the season, which
oh my god, and that's a short window then, man.
Oh, it's like, bad.
Yeah,
I got a whole year. It just started. The game's been out for a couple months. It's only season 2, and and they've been planning like 10 seasons or something like that.
Wow, that's a big deal, man. Yeah. That's a big deal.
So I mean,
because you guys were excited. You guys were excited.
We were playing, bro.
Yeah. We were playing. And so, but you know, that's the.
Don't get me wrong. I had fun. I personally had fun. So you can't I can't take away from it. But also, it being my first time and seeing all the things going wrong with this, doesn't make me want to stay. You know, it's not making me want to buy next year.
Let's see. We got someone in the chat asking a question here. Jim Hantill, welcome, sir. Says, hey, do you guys take requests for stars? I'm not sure what
I don't know
you
what
mean.
that means.
Yeah. I mean, we take requests, but
for a couple dollars.
Yeah, we take requests, Jim, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean by for stars. Like, do you mean like a movie or some sort, or like you could always make a suggestion or ask questions. Yeah. So hey, welcome, Jim.
What?
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like that's the new economy of games. Like you got to keep people interested in these seasons and get them to keep playing because.
No, you just got to make a good game, dude.
No, I know, but you got to keep bringing new stuff that's going to keep you interested.
No, that's where they fuck up. That's their fuck up, bro. You got 10 seasons planned out, but you don't even have the game right. Every week they're tweaking the shooting. You know, like in the beginning of the game, they were talking about like people couldn't make shots like at all, and it's like people that have been playing the game for years, like, yeah, I can't shoot. Same thing with COD. Like COD, like I watch pro COD. We need ranked right off the rip. Why don't we get ranked off the rip? But you got 10 seasons planned. You know, like we don't care about it. I just want a coherent game. And yeah, if you have the stuff, I think that's what Fortnite does well. Like the game is good, gameplay smooth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe there's guns that might be like fucked up every so often, but everything's good. And then now you got all the fire skins, which obviously they have all these years to really like perfect this game. So it's a different thing because for a 2K, the COD, those are yearly cycles. So I don't know, it's tough. But like, bro, I just want the game to work, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you.
That's really all you need. And because it's the same thing with Halo. Halo dropped, and this game's supposed to be out for years. So this is going to be like a Fortnite type of game where it's out for years. And it's like, when the game dropped, everybody was playing it. But then they didn't do shit fast enough. They didn't drop shit fast enough. They didn't fix the bugs fast enough, and then it lost steam. And now it's like fighting to like hold its relevance. I mean, now people, because again, people, I feel like also in the gaming industry, it feels like there's been a lull the past couple of weeks of like what to play and like what people want to play. Like I see it with our friend group, but I thought it was just because of the 2K thing. But it's like everywhere. Like everybody's kind of like they're playing Fortnite, they're playing whatever comes out because there's like a need for a game to catch everybody's attention.
Yeah, you're right, because there's something missing that gets everyone's attention to be like, hey, we got to be on, we got to be playing. But I know Activision or Bungie or one of those groups just laid off a bunch of workers. So there's some issues in the video game industry right now. Oh, yeah. I just saw a headline or article. I didn't read into it too much, but like there's a lot of issues, you know, from the Call of Duty world that doesn't bode well for the new game, and you know, there's just issues, especially with I think the video game performers are also in the SAG-AFTRA strike and all that good stuff. So it's not looking good because those are unfinished projects that are out there. So that's going to impact the games. So so welcome Jim, welcome. I've got AD Whitman. So welcome. He says congrats to almost 5K. Yeah, we're almost there. Captain Cutlet, Walter Walsh. What's up, my Llama?
Llama's hurting without the chat right now.
No, I'm not hurt. I got my my stuff, man. I got my stuffs to talk about.
Obviously, producer AD's. I've been watching. So like right now, it feels like you're like waiting for the chat to explode. But like this is kind of the same thing with like Sideline. They had like a weird episode this week, and I was sitting obviously in the background like, I need to save these guys. like there was like, bro, they would all stop talking at one point, and you could see like they're all thinking. I'm like, oh, bro, we can't let this slide right now.
No. You know what it is I'm trying. I have the topics right, but I'm wondering if the chat has anything for us before we go into topics. But I'm seeing that they don't have anything tonight.
No, dude, it's us two right now. Right here, lock in with me, dude.
Let's go.
I'm here to make you guys better. Let's go. 5K subs. Yeah, hey, it's a big milestone, man.
It's huge. Hard. It's huge, and it's right. I mean, we're going to hit it this week. So, and the only thing I'm pissed about is I'm not going to be here for the Sunday night show. Once we do hit the 5K, we'll be here post 5K.
You better tell them mention it, dude. Oh, on your platform, they better mention it at least 3 times.
So big Poppy's in the chat. So yeah, you better mention the 5K subs once we hit that on the channel, please, on the live stream on next Sunday, please. But yeah, so we're close. So it's just an opportunity to thank everybody, to say like I mean, it's been a great journey. I wanted to be here. I thought we could get here, right? I just didn't know how we would get here, right? Or how long it would take. And it's a grind, but man, I'm so happy that we're close. I'm so happy that we're close. And the videos, again, I went back, and the videos just keep getting better and better, and I love it. I love the way that it's going, and honestly, the feedback that I get makes the videos better, to be honest. Like there was a point where I went crazy on the movie cuts. Like I would put in like splices of different movie sayings in there, and one video I went overboard and I did like 100 of them. And somebody was like, dude, you're so much better without it. And I'm like, oh shit. So I tapered it back, and I'm like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. So the people that watch the show, the videos, that comment, that come to the live streams, make the channel so much better. So I mean, 5K subs, that's a lot of things, man. That's a lot of people. So I am so thankful.
Yeah, man.
What do you think of that, man? I mean, to me, I'm blown away. But I know you expected it.
Yeah, it's on to the next, bro. You work too hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like that. Like the one thing I don't like about me is like I haven't like buckled down on what kind of content I want to make, to the point where I can just chase it every day. Like every day I have a new idea for something. Every day I'm like, I have a just too big of a scope, like too big of a goal. But you building your channel, it's like, bro, you put in the work, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And like you said, like the engagement is a lot better than it was a year ago. You know, your views, like you're not getting those crazy pops where you have in the past, where you get like 10,000 views on a video, but the videos you are putting out, people are watching it. You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to give yourself credit for. Like you're getting better at it, and that's it. It's on to the next, man. 10K.
No, exactly. That's what. And you know who we need is John, little John, to get on here and give us our goal.
Oh yeah,
he's been there from the beginning to give us the goal. Let's see. Katie's here. Everyone watching, like and subscribe. Yes, thank you. Yes, let's do it. Make sure everybody watching likes and subscribes. All right. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about, and I wanted to bring up with you, there was this Variety article. We've been talking about it, about the Marvel fatigue and all this stuff. But the reason I want to talk about it is not necessarily to get into the article itself, because I think you and I have talked about this over and over again, about the shows and everything else.
Yeah.
What I wanted to talk about, and I couldn't stand, was like how hard every single like big reactor, content creator, whatever, like jumped on this article, right? And every single Twitch, TikTok, whatever they had, the thing that they started was Marvel is in shambles. They're fucking over. It's over. The world is over, right? And then they dropped the Echo, the trailer. And they're like all over Marvel's dick again. Like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. It's going to be amazing.
Trailer's good though.
But what I'm saying
trailer is really good.
I know, but again, be consistent in your point, man. Like no, but you can't say Marvel's in shambles and be like, oh, Echo's going to be fucking amazing.
You can. You know why? No. You know why? Because the videos pay their bills, so they're gonna ride the wave that pays their bill.
I get that.
It would be bad if they just said Marvel is in shambles, and then when the Echo trailer drops, even though it's a really good trailer, then they shit on it. That's fake. You know what I mean? You got to get the trailer's really good. I went into the trailer like, I don't, right. Like Echo's not a prominent character. Echo's not something I was excited for. No, the masses wasn't excited for. And I think, and this is what I was thinking when I was watching people's reactions yesterday, I do think that the Echo is going to surprise people because people had such low expectations for it. They didn't care about it. They don't want to see it. And like, bro, this is the first property that really has like a lot of blood. It's going to be on Hulu, I believe, as well as Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I think on Disney Plus, there's like a setting you would have to change to make it more like mature, so it'll pop up. But it has a lot of blood in it already. The trailer, the sound design of the trailer, everything was fucking good. And I was like going into it kind of not trying to hate, but like, you know how I am. Like I'm gonna say, it sucked. But like I left as soon as the trailer was over, I was like, that was a fucking good trailer. And then you watch everybody's reaction, like, I didn't want to like this, but so I think the objective thing is to be like, well, the trailer looks good. Now you can still have like your qualms with Marvel and think that maybe the show might not live up to the expectations. But for what they put out, I mean, look good. And they really are in shambles. Like, let's come on.
No, they are. I'm not saying they're not. And again, I've been consistent in my criticism of it, which is there's too much. It's too much there's just a lot. It's not great quality. Some of it is good. Again, I've liked some of the unpopular stuff because I go into it just what do I enjoy the story? Is it a good movie for me? And that's how I go into it. I really don't really care about the bigger, larger story because at this point it's so it's so disjointed that I don't have to care. But I get it. There's a bigger story and there's a lot of things brewing in the background. But like Secret Invasion, I haven't watched it yet. I have no desire to watch it, but I will watch it at some point. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and go, but again, if I really cared about Marvel in that way, I'd have watched it already. I would have sat down and powered through it to say, I got to watch this because I need to know about the bigger universe.
No, we were though in the beginning, but like you said, we got to a point where like we don't have to watch everything, and that's what they were trying to do, but they were still connecting everything, so you had to, and you felt like you had to, but in reality, like it should be like if they want to make a She-Hulk and aim it towards women, let that rock. You know what I mean? Like personally, I like She-Hulk, but people hated it. But it's like it's not for you. And like, maybe there are some connective tissues, like if you read the comic book, but like let it be for the audience that it's for, and don't make everything connect. Like I feel like with all these universes, they should be able to be like, these are their own things. Kind of what like DC is doing. But I think Marvel's already like set up to where they can do it proper. Mm-hmm. Like, if they want to keep doing shows, because you made a good point last week where you said that they should just go back to the movies and not really like focus as much on the shows, I believe. And I think that's cool if you want to make one connected thing, right? Like if that's the case, then don't give us all these things in 1 year that will connect to something 5 years from now. Like that. It's just too much. It's too much to ask people. And plus, we've been doing it for years already. So it is like, let's just give us one single story. Like you give us a nice single story with a dope character we haven't seen before. Cool. And if they show up 5 years from now, that's also cool. But like, don't make it like it has to be connected. And now, obviously, the Jonathan Major trial is still looming over them. They're talking about maybe switching the character to Doctor Doom, which kind of seemed like I don't know, like Loki seems like they're kind of like trying to change a little bit of the direction of this shit. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, they're not in shambles because of Jonathan Majors. They were already heading. No. They were already heading in the. I think he's a scapegoat. I think honestly, perfect.
Yeah, Angry Joe show. I was watching them and he said it perfectly like that. Like, don't let Jonathan Major scapegoat you from. He's distracting me.
No. What's your point was, AD?
I forgot.
It's not Jonathan Major's fault that this is happening. It was already on the decline with Ant-Man and with other things that were happening up to this point. The fact that he has these legal problems doesn't help, right? It doesn't help the situation, but it's not his issue. Like it's not because he is going through these legal battles that they're all of a sudden in shambles. And that's the part that, because I've watched Loki now and I'm up to speed, and I love the show. I thought the show was great. In fact, it's appointment television for the family. So we're watching it week to week and we can't wait for the next episode, but we have no issues with Jonathan Major's issues because we don't care at this point. Right. But I get it. Like people, will put their money where they want to support. But at the same time, I don't know. I get the whole marketability and banking on him. And if this trial gets messy and if he gets accused of certain things, you cannot sell this guy to sell movies and stuff. You can't do it. I get it, but at this point,
but it's what is gonna come out of this that they're scared of? Because like it's already messy. It's both sides. Like both sides did wrong. It seems like in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's gonna come out that they're scared will ruin everything? I think it really is that, you know what, like people are expecting us to cancel this guy because like that's another thing. Cancel culture isn't what it was 4 years ago.
No, it's not.
Or otherwise he'd be out already. It'd be outrage. Like it's not the same. So in this situation, it's kind of weird. Like maybe they just want to go a different direction. You know, maybe they're like, whatever we had planned is not going to work. Let's pivot, and at the expense of Jonathan Majors, which sucks because that's a man's livelihood. And again, proven was it guilty? I don't know. You know, whatever white people say.
Guilty until proven, or you're innocent until proven guilty, but he's guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
I got you. Unk says everybody seems a little too forgiving for Marvel, yet trigger happy with DC. That's true, but you know what? I honestly think the multiverse thing is what happened, right? That's what they were banking on, us being so excited about this multiverse, multiple variants and all these different possibilities. That was the selling tool for the next phase. That was going to be the excitement, the big showstopper. And it just ended up like getting people a little confused, and the casuals kind of tuned out, right? Like it was too much. And so that's the problem. And now you have to scale back and go, okay, how do we restructure? And now it's singular focus, right? Focus on the Fantastic Four, focus on the Deadpool movie coming out, right? And then focus on these individual stories that aren't the connective tissue of 16 million variants. Now, the only thing I'm not happy about, or that I don't know that's going to work, is bringing back old legacy characters, because that's another like rumor or discussion point, which is Tony Stark or
they do
Robert
that.
Downey Jr.
Marvel's they do that. Marvel's done, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Like that to me seems like you've gone desperate, and I think it diminishes the effect that you had at Endgame and at Infinity War. Like those were events that you like had emotion and feelings, and it was really, really good. And now you're just gonna say, well, fuck your feelings. We're just gonna do this because it's a money grab, or we want to get you back in the seats.
But that's what it seems like. If they take that route, like they're doing it for the bread. Which is like, yeah, you want to recoup and shit, and it probably will do. The first one will do well, but like, do we want to see Robert Downey Jr. play Iron Man for the next 6 years again? I don't think so, dude. Like, at that point, you should have just kept them, right? Like, if you're just gonna do this, you should have just kept them all until now. Never killed them off like a comic book. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And obviously they'll find a way to make it like a variant of the character, or they'll change it up because I mean every character has different versions they can steal from, so it could work. But like I don't see Marvel doing anything after that. Like they'll give us a trilogy with them, and then it's kind of over for that,
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it. I think that's just a money grab or just a desperate, like a Hail Mary.
But just like fucking, bro, Blade is in shambles itself.
Yeah, that too.
What's his name? Ali Mahershala. Well, like he's already threatened to walk away. They've rewritten the script like 3 times. Supposedly, the latest script was like making Blade the 4th main character, and then going with like a female-led film. It's like, why are you doing like? And why are you making a Blade movie? Like, I don't know, man. Just get the characters right. Give us Blade, give us X-Men, give us Fantastic Four. You don't have to go back to Robert Downey Jr. And I seen something, I don't know how true it was, but I saw it on Instagram today that I think Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire will be in Secret Wars, like official. Or not Hugh Jackman, I'm sorry. Robert Downey Jr. and Tobey Maguire will be in Secret Wars, which like you can, because if Secret Wars is different universes coming together, right? But again, if you're making them the focal point because of like, look who it is, they're back. I don't know, man. Just you got good characters on the rise. Just make sure the stories are good, and people will follow. Like you said, Loki. Loki is really good. It's got people's attention. People are giving it good reviews. They're talking about it. Just give us good stories. If Echo, I mean, again, Echo's trailer looked wonderful. Got people talking in the positive direction. If that shit is a fucking good story, we're gonna watch it. You already got our attention. Now more people are itching for the show now. Yeah, because of the trailer being good. You know, than it was prior yesterday. So
and I think the last thing I read was that they're gonna have like a division or like a model, right, where it's grounded or more singular focused material. I forgot what they're gonna call it. And that's gonna be like an umbrella of Marvel. So like that'll be like the shows or certain movies that are just like, hey, this is the character. And then there'll be like the more like, okay, the widespread one that like, you know, goes across different universes and whatnot. But I think that's fun and that's fine. And I just like the stories to be easy to digest for me. That's all. And I think that's what I'm looking for. The last thing about this whole Marvel thing, the Marvels, the talk of their numbers and everything else looks horrific. Like the reviews, I think, of the band goes up, I think, this week. The embargo goes up this week, and then so we'll see what the reviews are going to be. But like the pre-sales are like below any Marvel release that's ever been out. Like they say it's going to flop.
Yeah, but they also didn't they didn't promote it either. It's not on my radar that much. Like I see it like every so often, but not other Marvel movies you see all the fucking time. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I saw every time I put a new video up or refresh a new video, they'll give me a trailer. But like
they were all over it.
Yeah.
No, but I think, like I said, they're trying to, and it got this is like the third release date. So I don't know if they wanted to bury this movie or not, but the word is it's going to flop big, and it's losing a ton of money. But I haven't heard about the actual movie itself being bad, like that, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see what the critic reviews are on the movie itself. It might be a decent movie, but no one's going to go see it. So we'll have to see what happens there.
Also, I think Miss Marvel was probably one of the lower rated of the shows.
Yep.
At least bottom 3, my opinion. You know what I mean? So that probably didn't get people excited, and then seeing her in it, like, do I really? And then you got to think also Captain Marvel's original first movie is like one of the most hated of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is like somebody said, like, you know, people are acting like Captain Marvel didn't make $1 billion. She did. The movie made $1 billion, but you hated Brie Larson.
Yeah, people just didn't like it for whatever reason.
They didn't like the actress, or because she was in the pressers, she was, you know, talking some stuff and that they didn't appreciate. But that movie made a ton of money, and it was a decent film. But yeah, and again, who knows, man? Who knows what this movie is going to be about? I think that unfortunately, Miss Marvel is a good. I enjoyed the series. I really did enjoy the series, but it's not like an overreaching, amazing series that, you know, like is huge. Like it's not a cosmic series that you're like, oh my god, you know. It was a good story. I enjoyed the story, the family aspects. It was a fun family, wholesome type, you know, series, but it wasn't like the stakes are so high, and, you know, it was about her family, and it was fun. But
see, like her powers are a little bit beyond being a street level, a street level hero. But also, again, it goes back to demographic. Like it wasn't for me, you know. Like I also thought like a couple of the episodes were good, but like the series overall, like I didn't even finish it. I think I say that all the time. Like that was like one where I like watched every episode except for the finale, and I was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it didn't change much, to be honest. It didn't change much other than you just knew how it moves on, right? And but they tried to force feed it in there, like, okay, look how it connects to Captain Marvel, you know, and we're like, stop it. Birdie, I'm late, but he's here.
What it do, Bird?
Thank you, Birdie. All right, so that's all we have on the Marvel in Shambles discussion. I wanted to just bring up. I don't know if you followed this at all. I just found it interesting. I didn't know. I wanted to just see what your thoughts on it were. I don't know if we have a lot of discussion on it, but we had this whole Keith Lee in Atlanta situation. I don't know if you followed anything of what happened with him in Atlanta. So, all right. So I kind of like his vibe and the way that he kind of goes about his food critic stuff. If those of you who don't know who Keith Lee is, I don't, he goes and he like surprises restaurants by ordering out, door dashes it, whatever, and then he sits in his car and he gives his review. He's got like over like, I don't know, millions upon millions of followers, and he basically markets that restaurant. So if the restaurant like meets his expectations, he blows up that restaurant. That restaurant the next day has orders above anything it's ever had before in its life, and it becomes a success. And I think he did this in Vegas for like a bunch of restaurants, and this is kind of how he built this thing. So now he's like touring, and he went to Atlanta, and he basically just like unloaded bombs in Atlanta. Like Atlanta's customer service was so horrific that they wouldn't serve him. They didn't have a takeout. And then when his family went to go in there, a couple places wouldn't seat his family. So he didn't bash them and be like, oh, these guys suck. They're just like, hey, I want to be treated like everybody else, but they didn't treat my family well. And then Atlanta people just went ape shit on this. Like he's got death threats as a result of this shit. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. But like one particular place, like he walked in. So the story goes, he ordered. They said they don't do takeout orders. Like his wife or his family, somebody in his family does the order. Came out and said, hey, they're not ordering. It's like, hey, tell them we want to sit down. So now the wait's 45 minutes to an hour and a half. He walks in, they go, we got a table for you, 5 minutes. And he's like, nah, if you don't treat me like everybody else, I don't want to be here. So he walked out. So he put him on blast, and he talked about it, and like the restaurant owner got, is on Good Morning America. They're like, he's on everything. So I don't know, man. I just think it's pretty interesting how this guy goes from a food critic to, not a food critic, but just like a local guy just checking out restaurants to like being an influencer like this. And now he's got death threats because he told the truth. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, you get big enough, they're going to tear you down. And if you're going, like, if you are saying bad things about anywhere, they're going to turn on you. Even if it was bad service and stuff, because again, if a couple places did it to you, it's not all of Atlanta, it's like you're generalizing it. So the hate's going to come, especially if you're at a place where a lot of eyes are on you, Think about it. Blackout gets big. The shit we say, you think people aren't going to like get outraged? Like, we get big enough, they're gonna not like what we're saying.
Right. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like the thing about it is, and again, his whole, and I got sucked into this whole thing because I seen him on occasion, but like when the story started hitting, I started like reviewing and like watching all his stuff and seeing the responses. People are getting big just doing impressions of him and doing jokes about him. So like their accounts are blowing up, but he doesn't badmouth anyone. He just simply says, look, I didn't like it, but I didn't like this particular item, but you might like it. Like he doesn't say like this is horrific or it tastes like shit. Like he just like, hey, it's not my thing, right? But in this case, he just said, look, they did, I don't have any food. They didn't seat me. They didn't do this. And then he just goes on to the next topic. And like, but people are showing their ass. Like the owners are showing their ass, because instead of coming out and saying, because honestly, all these owners, they reach out to him. They knew he was in Atlanta. They were reaching out to him and they were like, hey, come to my restaurant. I want you to check out my food. And he'll go to some of these restaurants. But when he shows up and he talks about their food and maybe he gives them like a 7 out of 10, they'll be on social media talking shit about him, like, oh, this guy, who does this guy think he is, and all this kind of shit, which
it's the same thing
is
with
really
Dave
bad.
Portnoy, though.
Who?
Dave Portnoy, when he does the one bite slices. Like if he gives it a below
Oh,
average
okay.
grade, you know what I mean? Like they there was like one guy that like it was like not too long ago. But like the guy went outside and he was like, "It's not my fault you got to ship pizza." Like, you know. But again, also like think about it. If people are making impressions of this guy and their accounts are blowing up, that means anything, whether it's good or bad, like it's like it kind of works into the company's advantage if he says something bad because then they can do this and kind of like create outrage around the whole thing, and now he gets bigger because of it. Kind of like
Yeah.
it's that social media shit. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I think it's just
there's clout,
fascinating.
there's
Yeah.
clout to like talking shit to him, you know. So like maybe like think about it. If a company was like, hey, come to my restaurant and then not see him, know he's there, and treat him bad so he can say something, then you go at him. Like there's clout to that. It's not good clout, but there is,
No.
and people will do it. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. People will do it. You see it
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. But he'll go to like a bodega. Like if you tell him, hey, the bodega's got the best fucking burrito you've ever had in your life, he'll go to a bodega and he'll get the burrito and be like, yeah, it's that good. And he'll tell you where the bodega is. And then the next day, the line's out the door,
Yeah.
which is great for the business. But, it's like free marketing for some of these businesses, which is really great. So I just found it fascinating that this guy starts out in his car. He's a former MMA fighter. I don't know if you know that, but he's a former MMA fighter and just started doing these food reviews and blew up. And now he's a influencer who makes tons of cash because he tips people like their entire what's it called, whatever they make for the day. He's like, oh, how much you make for your day for your day? Okay, I'll tip you what that is, and he gives them the huge tip. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting piece. Yeah, not getting death threats. I'd love to get some death threats. My opinion on the movie, I get death threats from not death threats, but I got threats from from Rambo. that was bad.
Yeah, but that's such a small scale. Like,
Oh my god,
and it
yeah,
really
exactly.
was like that whole week. You were just like, bro, they're going crazy.
Yeah,
But
they
think
were
about
going
it, like,
insane.
think about that on a grand scale. Like, if one city doesn't like you, that's gonna feel like a lot of hate. You know what I mean? Like, it's nuts.
Exactly.
But like, people will talk shit if you say something about something they love, or think about people that love that restaurant. No, fuck that guy. What does he know? Like, you
Exactly.
say, it's like,
Well, it's like the guy, the last bad comment that Chat Mom went after was like, just shut up with any knowledge of any movies you think you know. Just shut your mouth. I'm like, oh Jesus, thanks, man. All right, the last thing I wanted to bring up, and this is probably more just my topic, but it kind of makes me a little upset, is that Best Buy is ending their sales of any physical media. I had my brother-in-law roast me in front of my kids because he's like, you still actually buy physical media? And I was like, yeah, I do, man. And it's such an old man thing of me, but like streaming doesn't have everything. So, and there is some issues with quality. So I take this very personal, but Best Buy has been a shithole anyway for the last like couple of years. So it's not like I went there to like, oh my God, to buy my stuff, but like they had some good stuff, some good offers and some things, but they're ending it completely, which means that there'll be less and less retailers that will offer it. I know you don't give a shit about it.
yeah, all right. I mean, I buy physical games for the most part, but like that's just a thing. If they were like, yeah, we're not making any physical things, it would never hurt it wouldn't hurt me at all. I'd be like, all right, well, I guess I just gotta buy it on the PlayStation.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I'm an old school guy. I like the physical media. I think it's a fun experience to put the movie in the tray. But like I was talking. Yeah, I know. That's an old person thing.
He giggles every time he does it.
No, this is so much fun. Uh, no, what happened is my brother-in-law was in town, and he was not this week, but like it was like a week or two ago, and I had a movie that just came in, and I opened it, and I was putting it away or whatever, and he's like, "You still buy movies?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I buy them all the time. I love buying a Blu-ray and just having it." as you can see from behind me, right? I have a bunch of them back there. And he's like, oh, so you have to open it up and you have to fucking do this and you have to do that. And then what do? You get the digital code and then you put it on your Apple TV and then you watch it digitally. I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, yeah, I do that sometimes because it's there for the kids or it's there. Like I said, but if there's a movie I really want to watch, I grab the physical copy and I put it in and I watch it because it's higher quality. And he's like, so it's such a waste of your fucking time. He like roasted me in front of my kids, man. But he wasn't wrong. He's not wrong. Some things are.
I mean, but that's just your thing, though. So like, it's kind of wrong. He's wrong for roasting you. Like, it's all right, dude. What do you like? You flip it on him, reverse. Like, what do you like, dude? And then start roasting it. Shit on him. That's what you got to do next time, dude.
Well, I look at it now. It's like vinyls. Like, could you find a better, like, higher quality version of the song on your phone? Yeah, right now you could. You can top, lossless quality right now on your phone. But you go and buy the vinyl because it's like a collector's piece or it's a something that you can display, right? But you don't buy vinyls, do you? You don't buy any of that shit.
When I was younger, I wanted to, but then all the hipsters do it now, so it's like,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, when we got fun. Now I did see one today. I was like, damn, it was like an old school. I don't even know how to explain it, but it wasn't a whole thing. Which is like it's like a little container like this big, and you put the vinyl in it, put the needle, but it was like the vinyl's outside spinning, so it's not like a whole thing. And I was like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, yeah. And I think it was like kind of like a replica of like the original like vinyl player. So, I don't know. It's cool, but also not going to pay for it. I'll just download it.
Right, and that's the thing. Like some of the services have, have your movies, but like again, some movies you can't find anymore because they don't stream them anymore. So you either have to download them on the sites, and some of them, if you don't have the physical copy, they're just not available. So that's kind of what I like to do, is just have those copies for myself.
Yeah, but like, are those movies really that important? If they're not on a streaming service, like think about it. You had to order salsa because, and it's like, all right, like if me, you, and my mom never watch that movie again, we'll just cherish the memories, dude. Watching it again, it was like, oh yeah, it's not as good as I remember.
No, it's not. It was not as good as I remember. You're right. You're not wrong. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. When I got roasted, I was like, you're not fucking wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Like because like the way where he got me wasn't the fact that I collect physical media. Like that's fine. It's fun. Where he got me was the digital copy. He's like, so you open the disc, you take out a little paper, and then you download the digital copy onto your Apple TV. And then what? I'm like, then I can watch it in any room. He's like, so you don't need the disc, do you? I go, no. I'm like, all right, damn.
Yeah, but also like you own the movie, right?
Right.
So I don't know. It wouldn't be any different if you fucking just ordered the digital copy. Now you just have the disc to it, It's like if you're gonna buy the films anyways.
Right, right.
It's like
the only thing. I mean, listen, for and it's like anything. Like for somebody who appreciates the stuff and collects it and knows a little bit about it, there is a difference. There is a quality difference, and you can actually really do, if you look at it really close, you can tell, right? But for most people, they can't tell the difference. And in some cases, I can't for certain movies because they don't do a good job of doing the transfers. So for some cases, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you watch it on streaming or if you watch it on physical. But for some, it does. And that's just in my world, my hobby, my thing. It makes a difference to me, and I like doing it. It makes me happy to collect them. So I'm waiting on. I pre-ordered Oppenheimer, so that's coming. That's on its way over.
So I bought more.
Yeah, so I bought like 10 more because after he roasted me, I bought Blue Beetle. I got Blue Beetle on pre-order, so that one came. I'll be watching that soon.
I just had a very morbid thought. I don't know. So, sometimes I wonder why my brain works the way it does.
What's your morbid thought? Go for it.
I don't want to say it, dude.
What do I do when I die with all this shit behind me?
No, I was just gonna say, your kids are just gonna throw it away when you die.
My kids have told me that. They're like, they don't want my stuff. That's all this shit behind me. Listen, man. You see this little
hey,
right there.
Any consolation, I'll take that movie night. Like, I'll put him back.
My kids have told me that once I'm gone, all this shit back here is going to go in a box, and there's rows underneath me there. It's going to go in a fucking box and be at Goodwill the next day. They don't want any of this shit. They want none of this stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. At least they're honest about it.
It makes sense though.
So you know what? If hopefully I get one of those prognoses where I know I'm dying, I'll slowly give out my movies. How's that?
They'll both keep one thing that connects with them. Like I have this Knicks thing that my dad left, and a Knicks headband. But like I brought that flag. It's like a Knicks flag, and I brought it literally everywhere. Like every place I've lived. Yeah.
It used to be in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it every place I've lived. So I'm sure they'll have like that one thing that like they cherish, but the rest of the shit is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you see the Justin Timberlake doll next to my left here? That's gone. That's gone.
Imagine that's the one that's
the one they keep.
He loves Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, let me keep this one. Although, shameful admission before we close out the show, I do have a Justin Timberlake doll that he was selling at Best Buy, but it's in a box somewhere in my attic. So I gotta find it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's Llama plays with dolls. There you go. Put that on the clip. Clip that shit. All right. Anyway, let's see. Roman showed up. He said he's here, but he's late also. Big Poppy was here. And the question was games post Llama. Post Llama games.
We're talking about Fortnite, dude.
Listen, here's the thing. Here's the caveat. If you guys want to suck and play with me, I will play with you guys. But if you guys are gonna
or they just give us a good lobby and then we just shit on them.
Well, again,
listen. I played this game before. Me and Bird were the best Fortnite players for the first 2 days we played. We just couldn't do wrong. The last 3 days, I feel like me and Tang have been in that same wavelength. So until it goes away, bro, we're the best in the world.
Well, like I said, I tend to make the people on your streams and in your Discord shut up and want to quit. So I'll play for a while.
Help us. Just help us.
Well, I try. Anyway.
Llama hates talking to us in the Discord if we don't play with them.
I mean, if I'm not playing with you, I don't want to talk to you. That's just the way it is. Unless I'm playing a solo game, I don't want to talk to you guys. Because they're over there playing 2K, talking about pass the ball, dunk here, alley-oop, and I'm over here playing Mario Brothers.
Well, we're still talking. We're still having conversation in between.
That's true. No, fuck it. I'm not changing my position. Anyway.
End it, dude.
All right, let's go.
Wins.
All right, so AD, what you got coming up this week?
I got wins in my future, dude. That's it.
Okay. So if you want to join us after the show, please go to Blkout_AD on Twitch, and we'll be streaming some Fortnite. He sat on the cord while cooking. That's what
he was. He was outside grilling and brought his laptop. It was a good time.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so if you want to see more of AD and us, we'll probably be playing some Fortnite after the show, so check us out on Twitch. Check us out next Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, we won't be here. Our replacements will be here. Our subs will be here. Big Poppy, Angie, and Little Llama will be in studio. Don't know what they're going to do, but I've given them parameters. Don't fuck it up. That's what I told them.
That's what you told them?
I told them, don't fuck it up. You got an hour, don't fuck it up. Just to have good convo. No, I get you. So next week, I don't know when I'm going to be posting, but stay tuned to the socials, and on the Big Llama Show, I'll put exactly what we're working on for next week in the reaction. Again, next Sunday, you're going to have a special guest host. That's going to be fun. And again, check us out. You got Sideline that comes out on Thursday nights. You got the late night with Birdie and AD and the pre-Llama show, all on Blkout GG and on Roman 2 Raw's channel. So make sure you guys check those out. Like and subscribe to all those channels. Support Blkout if you'd like to support us all. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. I am the Big Llama. He is Blkout AD. We'll see you guys next Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, everybody.